Namaste. Welcome to Lovelands. I am getting some sunshine, earthing, grounding, fresh air, DNA activations. Where's the sun? The sun. Working with the sun, working with the earth, working with the energy, riding the waves. Lots of feeling, lots of emotions, lots of energy is moving through me. And you have to ground, you have to center, you have to balance so you can discern from what energy is yours. We have to learn to discern from what's ours and what's not ours. And there's a lot of energy that's not your energy. Okay. I don't know where I was. I paused my video, but we're all healing. Okay, we're all healing, and we're all in different parts of our healing path. You are either hurting or you're healing. And healing doesn't mean you're just, I'm in the light and there's no more pain. You have to unpack all of the pain, all of the layers, all of the levels, you have to go into all the trauma that you have endured in this lifetime that has been repressed, masked, hidden, covered up. You don't know how deep it goes, right? For each individual, you don't know how deep it goes until you go into self. You have to go so deep into self, the deep places that most people are afraid to go, right? And you have to go into that place and feel the things that hurt and take accountability for the hurt. Because your soul came here to feel those things, to have this human experience, to feel it so you can heal it. You can't heal it until you feel it. Like, this is what we're doing here. And it's multiple lifetimes, but to break the bondage, to break the generational curses that have been in each individual's bloodline, scarcity mindset, survival mode, addictions, abuse, psychological abuse, mental abuse, physical abuse, emotional abuse, sexual abuse, self-abuse, sacrifice of the heart, sacrifice of the freedom. All of these things, to break them.
Did you see that one?
It was amazing.
That was a real cartwheel.
Alright, Bella's practicing her cartwheels. The healing, right? So like, and there's layers and there's layers and there's layers to this. In my world right now, the most prevalent energy is, my son speaking up saying his dad's hitting him. His dad saying he's never hit him. I know for a fact he has. Once he's verbally admitted to it and is recanting that, but all things done in the dark do come to light, and energy is truth. But that being like prevalent as like the most at play energy in my reality, I'm on my healing path myself, so I'm going into it. I'm going into all of it. And the day I posted the video, Jacob's Truth, my mother wipes the tears from her eyes after she watches it and says, I wish my mom would have did that for me. And I say to her, you know, this is how you heal that. By me being able to do this for Jacob, this is how we heal that. You know, Grandma couldn't. She wasn't capable of. She was parenting from a hurt space. She could not see that, therefore caused trauma. You know, my mother, things happened to her that my grandfather did to her. It's not my story to tell. And she told my grandmother, and my grandmother said she was lying. You know, that caused pain, you know. And there's a scenario that went down with my sister. Something happened to her from a roommate that was living in the house, and she told my mother, and my mother didn't believe her. You know, at the time, I wouldn't have believed my sister either, to be honest. She was lying, doing a lot of drugs, and telling a lot of lies, you know. So I can understand, though I can't excuse it. I see the cycles playing out, and I have a 6-year-old boy now who first I witnessed the change in behavior, right? So I'm doing the work, I'm healing, I'm here in this house. I was in an abusive relationship over a year ago, and I'm seeing the God in all of it, right? I'm seeing the God in all of it. Because go back 2.5, almost 3 years ago, and I'm in Oklahoma having a conversation.
Mommy.
She does that every time I'm going deep. Mommy, like clockwork. But I'm in Oklahoma, and the mother of my son's father's, like the other baby mom, I'll just say the other baby mom, because I don't name nobody. I never name nobody. Nobody's names are ever names. But like title wise, the other baby mom was in an altercation with my son's father, and he choked her, and she asked me why he never choked me. And my answer at that time was, I've never been, you know, I've never physically, a man has never put his hands on me, so like that's just not a reality that I've lived. And I couldn't explain it any differently. But then, you know, fast forward 2.5 years later, 3 years later, sometime later, I lived that reality. You know, I lived that reality, and my son witnessed it, and he witnessed abuse, and he witnessed me separating myself from it. He witnessed me speaking up about it, and he witnessed me healing from it. So once upon a time ago, I'm thinking my son may have developmental delays due to possibly being on the spectrum. Never thinking, you know, he's just being silenced, you know. And then realizing how God works in all of this. I had to go through that so my son could see it, so he could see me heal from it, so he can have the strength to say, I want to heal from mine too. I want to speak out on mine too. Because as I'm making these videos and I'm speaking out about abuse, I've been advocating awareness towards abuse this whole year and some, you know, narcissistic abuse, abuse to animals, abuse to children. Like, this is what I have been speaking out on. This is long before it was even brought to my attention that it was in my own house, under my nose, right? This is what I'm doing. But it is because I'm doing what I'm doing that it gave my son the strength. So if you want to call that manipulative, then I'll be manipulative, because I'm bringing truth. My throat chakra goes acting up as I say that. I'm bringing truth to things that have been done in the dark. To things that have been done in the dark. And you can't bribe and buy your way out of like things that are not of love. And the sad part with a lot of these people out here is they don't even know the harm they're doing, because they're so programmed, because it was how they were raised. Hurt people hurt people. These people out here were raised from abuse, generations of abuse. It's been made acceptable, and we don't talk about it, and we sweep it under the rug, and we go to church and we pray about it. Father, please forgive me for my sins, and we go right back to choking our girlfriends and hitting our kids, having another beer and sniffing another line. Nah. Demon be gone. We're not doing that anymore. We're not doing that anymore. Going into the light is a dark place. You have to make friends with your shadow. You have to forgive your shadow. You have to know your shadow. You have to accept your shadow. And you have to release your shadow. And people who can't do that, who deny their shadow, righteous judgment has been called. Okay? Yeah, we're walking on this 3D plane, but we're in this world, but not of it. This is spiritual warfare. Starseeds, light workers, chosen ones. We are boots on the ground, holding frequencies that are here to bring in the heart consciousness. 5D. Do you see the the throat chakra attack with the matrix backing it up with the toxic masculine revving of the engine? Come on, y'all. Come on. Get some sunshine, guys. Get some sunshine and grounds into the earth, okay? Because it's the time to be alive. Be grateful that you are alive. Be grateful that you are waking up. Be grateful that you have discernment. When cognitive dissonance is the disease of the societal conditioning that has been programming your mind. We're not playing matrix games anymore. We know about your MK Ultra. We know about your brainwashing. We know about the manipulation. We're here for the healing. We're here for the healing of the women, the healing of the children, the healing of the masculine, the healing of the feminine, the unconditional love that exists in our hearts, that you're afraid of us coming into, but we're already here. And you can't stop it. You can't stop it. So I love you guys. Have a blessed and beautiful reality. Love wins. Get your sunshine. Get your sunshine. Ooh, a buggy. Get your buggies. It's a beetle. You guys want to see him? Ah. And yeah, love wins. I love you.